Hello! If you're looking for a stone that can really help you when you're in times of not knowing what's the next step for you, when you're kind of lost and you need a wake-up call, well, today's stone, Lapis lazuli, is a good start for you. So let me introduce myself. My name is Marie DiTullio. I'm the founder of Crystal Energy, where we teach people how to use crystals, stones to make their body feel better, to make themselves feel better, whether it be emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, on all levels. And today's stone is I find a particular stone, maybe because it's a stone that I find is really strong, very powerful, especially if we're not used to it, and that's the beauty of it. So lapis lazuli, this one is a rough one from Afghanistan. It's the good thing about a rough lapis lazuli is that it hasn't been dyed. Now stones, especially lapis, are dyed, but usually they dye them after they've polished them. So if you find a polished stone, chances are it's dyed on the surface. So if you would run it underwater, you'd probably see the blue color just fading away. Well, it would still have a blue color under it, but it really wouldn't be that same blue color. And lapis lazuli is particular because it really resembles sodalite, but it has that sparkles of pyrites in it. Sodalite can also have the pyrite in it, but usually it will be in the white parts of it, or it will be more as fairy dust, kind of. While when you're seeing pyrite in the lapis, often it's going to be more as chunks. And now lapis has been done in labs, in laboratories in France, like Gilson laboratories do make lapis. They make it's synthetic lapis, and often you're going to see that you could really see the shape of the pyrite, so it's kind of like the pyrite has been put on top of it, or they're really it doesn't really have the same texture. And so lapis, if you find a rough one, then you get the real color. I use both. I really like to use them as slices like this. They're really thin. These are my favorite actually to use, unless I use the rough ones. But slices are really good because they're thin, they're not heavy, and because we often use it on the third eye, you really want a stone that's going to be thin and that won't be heavy. So to me, lapis as a slice is the best choice. You won't find it often, but it's amazing. It works really good. So when I sat down and decided what stone am I going to talk about, lapis came. And so I sat with lapis, and what came to me really immediately was how overpowering it is. It brings you where you need to be. So sometimes it could really shake you off because that's what you need. And I remember the first times I used lapis lazuli, every time I would use it, I would get this massive headache. And now I realize that when I have headaches, I'm using lapis lazuli. So you could also, in your case, if you're having headaches and you want, lapis lazuli is a stone that can definitely help you with headaches. Chances are if you put it on the third eye, it's going to get even worse. So in those cases, I suggest you put it on the second chakra. So you can 3-4 fingers under your belly button, and that will make a difference. That will shift that energy much more smoothly. And so it's like lapis lazuli helps you move big obstacles that are in your way, and they help you open to something else. So you move the obstacles out of the way and you just open up to something else. It allows you to really reach deep down inside of you. And on a physical level, we're going to use it more for fever. We could use it for headaches, as we talked about, migraines, for insomnia, for what else? Hearing loss, for any type of eyesight issues. It's really good for the third eye, obviously. For your eyesight, you could actually just, if you get the I was gonna say crystal ball shape, but it could be like small beads like this, and you just look into it and just let yourself lose consciousness of the vision. You're like, let your muscles just be loose and just see what they see, and don't try to adjust and focus all the time. If you do that, that will help kind of calm your nervous system. That's always good. We always need that. So in that way, it really helps the immune system. It's good for the thyroid. It's good for the thymus. It's good for vocal cords, for larynx. So it treats all of that. All of this, Lapis can help. You can have Lapis around you. It feels good. I really like how it activates brain functions. It works very, very deep. It's going to help you with vertigo as well. It's really stress reducing. It's bringing even serenity. So if you're that person that cannot sit still, if you're someone that cannot stay and that cannot meditate, chances are if you take a Lapis, you'll learn to meditate. It will teach you how to stay, how to be still, how to enjoy, how to be serene, how to accept what is, and open up to a new way of doing things. It's really good to stimulate your third eye, stimulate the throat chakra for sure. Lapis is, it's not emotional. It's either things are black or white, yes or no, right or wrong. That's the beauty of Lapis. There's no ambiguity. That's what it is. So it gets you out of your emotion, and it brings you into a different type of awareness. It allows you to face the truth, which is not always easy, but it's always for the better version of you, so that you can express yourself better, so that you can help understand other people's point of view. It's really helping in communication both ways. If you lost direction, if you're about to be laid off, if life doesn't have the value it should, Lapis is for you. It's like, it's teaching you the power of expression, the power of expressing who you are. And the beauty of it is, if for me, like for example, I didn't express myself for 30 years. And then Lapis comes into my life and asks for me to express myself. Not only does it help me do that, but on top of it, it kind of allows me to make up for the time that I lost, which is always amazing because it allows you to become more of you, even though you made mistakes in the past. That's how powerful this stone is. And it's a stone of truth, honesty, integrity, of justice. It brings you in the present moment and allowing that you take the right next step always. It's a stone that will, because of the communication also, but it's really a stone of friendship. So it's enjoying the contact with others, it's conveying your feelings, your emotions, but they will be said, maybe not in the best way, but they will be said. And sometimes if you're not expressing yourself, Lapis is there to help you. Sometimes it's not the nicest, cutest way, but it needs to come out and it will be done. Then afterwards you can learn and get better with time. So in a way it kind of helps you be more yourself. It allows you to stop making compromise and just stop holding back and just be yourself. So Lapis, we often use it as a bridge. We're kind of saying it's the bridge between the physical and the emotional, really, here. So it's a blend of the heart and it's the blend of the mind. Both of them together, they're communicating better, they're connecting better, and the results are definitely better in your life. So it brings you self-confidence. Lapis is a stone that brings you self-confidence in a way that is totally different from what garnet could do, or from what a ruby can do, or from a carnelian. So Lapis is bringing a different knowledge because it's It's a melting of the heart and the mind. So it allows you to be more of you. And the more you are heart-centered, the more you have a better vision, the more intuitive you are, the more in tune with what you want. So all of this all come from that one stone. And I'm telling you, lapis is something strong. It shakes us out of our comfort zone, but that's the beauty of it. And sometimes, we're not feeling amazingly well wearing it, but just give yourself the time for your body to attune to it, and you will see huge changes in your life. And so, to me, the major takeoff from lapis, it calms the emotion, it soothes the mental. So it's when you want to seek mastery, you want to have that different perspective. Lapis is that stone. It will bring you, if you're not in your heart, it's going to bring you in your heart. If you're always in your head, it will bring you in your heart. If you're always in your heart but not using your head, because we need both. We're in a duality, but we do need both. So it brings really that best mix of the two. So the better of you is just out there and expressing itself. So in a way, to me, it's relieving anxiety, it's taking a weight off your shoulders, it's calming you when you're feeling on the edge. It can be disturbing when you're in the wrong place, as I said before, but that's the beauty of it. It's disturbing you for a better step, for something better, for a new movement ahead, something that will bring you absolutely further, or something much better than you thought was possible. So to me, lapis is often a love-or-hate relationship, but it's really worth it, because in the end, you get to know yourself better. You get to acknowledge the wisdom that you have, because lapis is a really good stone to give you insights. If you have deep questions and you're looking for answers, just meditate with the stone at 10 minutes, just put it down, and then take it back into your hands, ask your question. If you have it as beads like this, you could put it here and just put maybe anything that would hold it in place, and just see the images that come to you. What images come, or what ideas, or anything that comes after you've asked that question. You just need to be patient enough, but for sure lapis will bring you the answer to your question. So as I said, to me, lapis is an amazing stone, but just like every other stone, they're all amazing. And I'm so glad I could share this with you. So if you enjoy this, if you think it could be of help for anyone, please share this message. And as I always say, we just have one life, one body, no replacement part. So I suggest we take great care of our bodies. If it includes stones, amazing, but at least I want to make sure we get exercise, we get proper nutrition, we get lots of water. Anything that you can do to improve your life this week, please do it. And on that note, have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, I'm always available. Bye.